Good evening. How are you guys? I think I'm like a minute or so early, which says a lot for me if you know me. But I wanted to go ahead and get on so that Facebook could build my audience, so they say. And I also wanted to apply another one of my coats of lip stain, because why not? This, by the way, is the purple-ish color that we have available in our Kudos this month. But this purple goes away tomorrow at midnight, which is super sad. So if you want it, grab that Kudos. So I posted earlier today that I wanted to do a video and tell you guys a little bit about my why. I tell my girls on my team, and when I was in the beginning of my Younique business, my sponsor told me to find your reason, find your why. And that basically just means, like, why are you doing what you do? Why are you with Younique? Even if it's not your full-time job, what is the reasoning behind you sticking with this company? And once you figure something like that out, it sort of makes your journey have a purpose, and your goals are easier to achieve when you have a mission and you're driven to achieve them, right? So, history behind myself prior to Younique. I have had a job since I was 16. When I was able to drive, my parents gave, like most teenagers, gave me a choice to either play a sport or get a job. And I wanted to leave school at lunch, so I got a job. That was like the deal. If you had a job, you could leave, and so that was what I did. I quickly learned that having my own money was something that I wanted to do, because I can pay for things without having to ask my parents for the money, right? So I had a couple different jobs until I finally sort of found my way into a retail management position at a local boutique in my hometown. And I got that job right out of high school. It filled my cup for about 10 years, I would say. I loved the management part of it. I loved the retail part of it. I loved having coworkers. I loved getting to make my own money, have my own money. But there came a time when I was ready to do something for me, for myself. I had pretty much reached the top of the company in that 10 years, and there was really no other place for me to go. And so I looked at starting my own business, my own store, like a boutique type setting, just like I'd worked the past 10 years. I did a lot of research and a lot of work for this, and I got very, very close to opening my own store. Fortunately for me, looking back, it did not come into fruition as quickly as I wanted it to, and that was okay, because that was pretty much about the time that Younique came into my life. Network marketing was actually something that I experimented with fresh out of high school. I joined another network marketing company. It actually was a makeup company, and I was in that company for about a year. I was 18. I didn't really take it super serious, but it was something I had fun with, and so I stuck with it. The problem with it was I was spending more to keep myself active than I was actually making. And so it turned into be financially not a good decision for me. So I stopped that venture, and that led into the other job that I had for 10 years. So I started sort of experimenting in my head with the idea of network marketing probably 6 months prior to me joining Younique. It was sort of becoming a really popular thing, especially on social media. Social media allows allows you a brand new marketing platform, something that really no one had ever done before. So you were exposed to these network marketing companies more than you ever had been before. And I was sort of like a hungry Courtney in the grocery store, and you like just want everything you see, right? And so I decided that, okay, I was going to join this company. And I had used the product like maybe once. It was something that I thought, well, this is kind of fun. It's girly. I'll be able to like work this into my life. I still had this other job at the time, mind you. I had not quit my job at that point. And then luckily I talked to my husband, and we decided that, okay, it's not really something I'm seriously interested in. We're looking at the compensation plan, the way that you move up through the company. It just wasn't a good fit. And so I sort of declined that offer in my head, and didn't really think about it anymore. So I looked into probably one or two other companies. Again, comp plan may have been okay, but it wasn't something I was really passionate about. And so I kind of put those on the back burner as well. It wasn't until about probably August of 2014 that I was at the beach with my family, my husband's family, and my sister-in-law had some mascara. And she had told me about it probably, I don't know, 2 weeks before we got there, that she had bought this mascara. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And when we got to the beach, she said, I have that mascara. You really need to try it. And I was kind of like, I mean, I just, the idea of it didn't really impress me all that much. And so I said, okay, well, I've already got mascara on. And she said, that's fine. Just go in the bathroom and put it on over your current mascara. So I said, okay. I thought really I had found like the holy grail of cheap mascaras from the drugstore at that time. So I wasn't really interested in paying double that for something else until I tried that mascara. And literally within 30 seconds of me putting it on, I was like blown away. Out of all the mascaras I had ever bought, and I had tried some expensive mascaras, this mascara was like incredible. And I only did one eye, and I went out and I'm like, that's pretty legit. I'm pretty impressed with that product. And she's like, yeah, you should order some. I didn't know anybody that sold Younique at that time. It was like a foreign company basically to me. And so I'm like, yeah, we'll have to do that. So about a week later, I was on Facebook, and my sister-in-law tags me in a status, and it was someone on Facebook that was selling the mascara, and she was offering free shipping. She was going to add our order to her bulk order because we get free shipping over $100. And so she was asking if anybody wanted it. And I thought, okay, well, that's like enough right there. I don't have to pay shipping. I'll do it. So I commented on the status, not knowing who this person was. And I said, okay, you got me. Like literally that was my sentence. You got me. I'll order this mascara. And so I paid via PayPal, and the mascara was on its way to me. So probably the next day at some point, I was thinking, and a little light bulb went off in my head, and I thought, that mascara I ordered yesterday, that's a direct sales company. It's a makeup company. I love makeup. I'm thinking about getting into a network marketing company. So why haven't I given that any thought? So I went to my husband and I said, okay, what about Younique? And he's like, what is Younique? And so I explained to him a little bit about it, and I asked the girl who I was ordering the mascara a little bit about the company, who now, that actually is my sponsor. I ended up signing underneath her. And we talked about it for probably 2 days. I read, there's a presenter's agreement. It's 40 pages. I read all 40 pages. Marshall read all 40 pages. And then I decided, okay, well, it's $99 to join, and you get makeup when you join. At that time, it was all samples when I joined, and so I was basically paying for the kit. Now you pay for the kit and you get like $200 worth of free makeup, but back then it wasn't the same. So if anything, that should, entice you right there, because I wasn't able to get that, but it was enough for me to go ahead and purchase the kit, so I did. And I was like ready to roll right then, right? So you get your website as soon as you sign up, which was super cool to me, because 10 years ago when I was involved in that other makeup network marketing company, we didn't get a website. And I certainly, you know, if we had something like that, I would have had to have done work on it. This is like already set up. Your website is live, ready to go 2 seconds after you join. So I started telling people about it. Listen, I tried this mascara and it was incredible. Let me send you some pictures. I don't have any pictures of me because I don't even have the mascara yet. But here's some pictures of some other people and their results. So within like 3 days, I had sold enough mascaras to get me to my first promotion. Luckily, my kit came in like probably the day before, and I sold $1,000 worth of mascara within like probably 4 or 5 days. At that point, I knew that I had pretty much found my calling. So 4 months after joining Younique, I saw enough potential with it that I was able to quit my full-time job. And I did have another part-time job that I worked for a year after that because I wasn't financially ready to make Younique my full-time job at that point, but I was able to cut back my hours. At the time, I was working like 40 hours a week. I was bringing my work home with me. The stress of it all was some days it was just too much to bear. It was a lot. So leaving that behind was a great decision for me. And a year and 4 months after I joined, I was able to quit that job and make Younique my full-time job. So I have been doing Younique full-time now for a year and 2 months, and it's been incredible. It absolutely has. So here are some reasons that I have stuck with what I've been doing for almost 2.5 years. My parents are entrepreneurs. They own their own business. My dad started his own business when I was very young. So I felt like it was in my blood. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to open my own store, was because that's all I really ever knew. Corporate world was kind of foreign to me because most of my family owned their own business. That was something I wanted to do. I'm so thankful now that I can work my business from my house because I am my own boss. I make my own hours. I can wear what I want to. I can dress how I want to. I can put purple in my hair if I want to. And I don't have to be dedicated to a storefront outside of my house Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays and Sundays. You know, when you own a business, it's your livelihood. You are like truly dedicated to that business. And I saw what it was taking for me even just running that business, not even owning it. So if you are going to take so much ownership of something, why not do it from your house, right? The financial freedom. So obviously, if I'm able to make Younique my full-time job, it replaced my income that I was doing for those 10 years prior to that, or 11 years prior to that. There is a potential for me in this company, for everyone in this company. So there are literally endless possibilities. You know, I had pretty much maxed out prior to Younique in my other job. And with this, I can promote through the company like there is no cap. There is no earning cap. There's no promotion cap. You know, at the top of the company, there's a car bonus. There's a house bonus. There's a black level 3, which is the highest level you can go with in Younique, but the earning potential is still unlimited at that point. So my husband is a pharmacist. He works insane hours, a lot of hours. He went to school. He got his doctorate degree for that. And, you know, I'm very thankful of his hard work and his dedication to his job, but it takes a lot out of him for him being gone and at that work. And then when he comes home, it's like with a lot of jobs, it's a draining profession. And I want to be able to spend more time with him. I want to have more time with him at home away from work. There are ladies in this company that have retired themselves, retired their husbands, provided financial freedom for their children already. We are 4 years old. This company is 4 years old. I have a purpose every single day. When I wake up in the morning, I've got a goal to meet for that day. I've got tasks to accomplish for that day. And I actually feel accomplished at the end of the day when I go to bed. It's having a purpose-driven life, truly. And for me, having a mission in life and something that I can achieve every single day, that's the perfect life for me. That's what I want to do. I don't want to sit at home and do nothing. I like to work. It's always been, as soon as I could get a job, I wanted to get a job. Like, please, yes, let me get a job so that I can feel accomplished and I can make my own money. Not only making a difference in my own life and my husband's life, but in the lives of other women on my team. So I love the lives that I do on Facebook every day where I put my makeup on. I love interacting with my customers, but the sweet spot for me is my team. That is the most satisfying feeling that, and one I never thought I really could feel. Yes, I managed, other people in my past, but this is not managing. This is, I'm helping other women achieve dreams and goals and financial freedom for themselves. Whether it's they need a sisterhood, they need to feel connected to someone. They want the friendships. That is there. That is with Younique. If they are a stay-at-home mom and they want to be able to help out with the bills, right? Pay the car payment or pay the water bill, they can do that. Or if they want to quit their job and make Younique their full-time job, they can do that. That to me is absolutely incredible. Seeing these women on my team achieve these goals that they never thought possible, paying these bills that they never thought they'd be able to do. I'm not a crier, but that makes me emotional. That's a pretty incredible feeling. We right now are almost at 400 ladies that have joined me since I started this 2.5 years ago. Each of those ladies have been in some way affected by Younique, even if it was just that they got this kit full of makeup and that was it. They never did anything else with the business. They've been exposed to the products and hopefully to the mission that we have as a company. Another reason is I love makeup. Yeah, I'm pretty obsessed with makeup. I've always been obsessed with makeup. So getting a discount or getting free makeup is just an added bonus in this. I don't pay for any of the makeup that I wear. That to me is a huge perk because you all know how much, how expensive makeup can be. And it's like one of those things that you really want, but sometimes it's not a necessity. So it kind of gets put on the back burner, so you're not able to have the products you truly want because other things take precedent over the makeup, right? So lucky for me, I get a discount on the makeup or get my makeup for free. So I don't have to worry about that. Also, some of my closest friends are in this company. People that I never would have met prior to Younique. People that I interact with on a daily basis through text, through email, through Facebook Messenger, through the team pages. This network of women that are sort of behind the scenes that, maybe you guys don't see, but what we're exposed to is incredible. That was truly shocking to me when I joined Younique because you're so used to most everything in life being a competition, right? But with this, it's almost strange. It's almost a little too good to be true. The amount of women that cheer you on for whatever it is you're going for, even if a promotion or just a goal for yourself. It's like the competition isn't there. I don't know. It's very strange. And when I add someone to the team, I always tell them, this is one of my favorite parts. You're about to be exposed to something that you don't even know. You don't even know what's going on. You have absolutely no idea. Yeah, I wish I could show you all what goes on behind the scenes. I think you'd be blown away. And then the mission behind Younique. So we always say that we're more than makeup, and that's true because we have a mission, and our mission is the Younique Foundation. And the Younique Foundation is a nonprofit organization that Younique funds, the company funds. Derek and Melanie, who are our founders, they created Younique to fund the Younique Foundation. It's a retreat in Utah for sexually abused women to go for a weekend and start the rehabilitation process or continue the rehabilitation process. I can't talk tonight. As a company, we donate over $40,000 a month to the Younique Foundation to help fund this retreat for these women that have been sexually abused. We also have a campaign called the Defend Innocence campaign. and that is to bring awareness to childhood sexual abuse. The statistics behind that are absolutely incredible, and I'm so proud to be in a company that has a reason, that has a purpose. There is a reason behind the makeup. It's more than the makeup. And for a lot of women that are on my team, they've been directly affected by this. And it's one of the main reasons that they join Younique, because they feel like they're making a difference in the lives of other women that have also been affected by this. Truly incredible. So that is a little bit about my why. That's why I've stayed with Younique. That's why I'm able to do what I do. I love getting on here and going live. I love being involved in the team pages and with the ladies on my team, helping them to achieve their goals every single month. Exposing new people to Younique, because a lot of people don't know, the mission behind Younique. A lot of people haven't tried the makeup to see truly how incredible it is. There's something new is always going on. This Thursday, we find out our new products for spring that launch in March. Today, we got a new kudos for the month of February. February hasn't even started. We still have our January kudos. So right now we have 2 kudos going on, which has never happened before. We have convention that's in a different place every single year. Last year it was in St. Louis, Missouri. This year it's in New Orleans. There are trips that you can earn with the company. So my first year with the company, I earned a cruise. My second year, I earned another cruise. And then this year, we have the ability to earn a all-inclusive paid resort trip to Punta Cana in October, which is incredible. There are paid bonuses throughout the year that you can earn. Obviously, the free makeup. Obviously, the discounts you get. You can earn the car, the house bonus. There's so much. There's so much. It's incredible. I mean, this month we launched 3 new products. All of that kind of stuff is so exciting. And let's be serious. It's not like brain surgery. This is makeup. It's fun. It's a stress-free work environment. Now, don't get me wrong. I won't say that it's not stressful, because I work every single day, and there are aspects of it that stress me out. But that's because it's the stress of going for something that you're trying to achieve in your business. Completely different than the stress I felt prior to Younique. It was my release from my other job. I could not wait to get home and work on Younique. Oddly enough, Marshall knows a lot about makeup and a lot about Younique because of this. It's a stress reliever for his job. We run this business together, and I'm thankful that we have this just to bond over and work together on, and to provide a release for him, because his job is very stressful. So he has the next 2 days off. He has worked extremely long shifts this weekend and today, and I'm so excited because these next 2 days, we need to catch up on housework and that kind of stuff, but we also need to catch up on Younique. I have all these ideas constantly, and I love going, and throwing them by him, and he makes lists and charts and gets involved with the girls on the team page. It's fun. It's really, really fun. So if you have ever thought about it, it's $99, and it's literally risk-free. If you're worried if you'll make a sale, that's okay. If you don't make a sale and you want to quit, you can quit. There's no contract to sign. The only thing that you have to do to stay active with Younique is order or sell $125 from your website every 3 months. And if you don't do that, nothing happens. That's the beauty of it. Literally, there are no strings. I've researched a lot of companies, and there are very, very few that are this good. Almost too good to be true. But I can tell you right now, I see these ladies that have been with this company longer than I have. Granted, only 4 years, because we're only 4 years old. And they are quitting their day jobs, or they're supplementing their income, or they're using it just for a release from their 9 to 5, or they're retiring their husbands, or they're making over $1 million in the company. And I can name right now the ladies in this company that are making over $1 million. So if you want to know about the money potential, it's definitely there. Okay, let me see what I've missed. Hey, Kristen. Hey, Brooke. Hey, Karina. Right, yeah, social media has come a long way. Hey, Dad from Paradise. Hey, Dawn. And Allie's on here. She's one of my new teammates. So anyway, that's my why. That's why I do what I do. That's why I love what I do. It's incredible. And if I wish that I could reach like everybody and tell them how awesome Younique is. And I wish that people would be willing to trust me enough to join this company and see what can happen when you do. It's like I have something so good, I want to share it with everyone. And there's room literally for everyone, literally. And if you're worried about Younique being saturated, you know, firsthand example, my sister and I, we are in the top 3% of this company, and we live 15 minutes away. We have the most mutual friends in common on Facebook out of any of our other friends. We have managed to get where we are, being so close and working together, and that right there proves that Younique is not saturated. It's all about what you make it, as with anything. Just you gotta have dedication, you gotta have heart, and it's pretty easy to have that when you join this company. So I hope that brings a light to some of you who are maybe considering it. If you have any questions about anything behind the scenes of how Younique works, please feel free to send me a message. My inbox is always open, and I'm happy literally to answer all 50 questions that you have. You pretty much can't ask more questions than I did when I first joined. Trust me, I was a little intense. So I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I will be back next time to do a makeup video at some point, maybe tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Bye.